Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to episode 361 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. And we are still talking about spirituality. How would your life be if you only listened to your inner voice? Like, if I were a complete solipsist? Really self-centered? I could become president of the United States. That's a strange question, sorry. What is your biggest regret? Oh, that same question has popped up in like every section in this book. No, I'm not going to play that game. If you want to play that game, put your worst regret down there. I don't want to play that game. Do you want others to act the way you do? Well, I'll be honest. There are actions and concepts and ideologies I follow that I really think would help make the world a better place. Like trans lives matter and black lives matter and gay people should have rights and women are human beings and everyone should have the same rights along religious lines in America, and you should be free from religion as well as have access to freedom of religion and things like that. But there are also things I do not want people to follow because I suffer from anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So it's a mixed bag. How would you prefer not to die? Come on, man. There's a million different ways I don't want to die. Really, seriously, there's a lot of horrible ways to die, and I don't want to die any of those ways. That's a twisting question to ask somebody. It's bizarre and cruel, and I'm not going to play that game. Wow, who would ask that question? Oh yeah, there's a washing machine going in the background. It's going to go off any minute now. Sorry about that. What places do you go to in your mind when you want some peace and quiet? Remember, remember, you remember a minute ago when I mentioned anxiety, depression, and PTSD? Not a lot of quiet spaces in here. Would you like to live forever? Well, it all depends. If I could be perfectly healthy, so in much better shape than I am here, like for example, I don't need glasses and I have perfect teeth and I don't have high blood pressure and cholesterol, which are well in control, and I'm not diabetic and I can feel my feet and all that crap, yes, I could be physically in the perfect condition for my genetics, and I would basically be okay with that. I think it'd be cool to see what goes on in the future. If it was going to like continue to deteriorate and as I get older and older and older, but I just don't die, no. Have you ever felt detached from your body and everything else? Yes! Anxiety, depression, and PTSD. All those things. Dissociation. They happen. It's not good. No, don't do that. Have you ever tried meditation? Yes, I've had some success with it. I don't really do it much anymore. I do listen to a lot of ASMR, which I find helps me put me into a nice, pleasant alpha state, particularly if it's kind of weird. I'll be looking at listening to something in the background, and I'll be looking at Instagram, scrolling through my Instagram. And the act of that motion along with the sound, it can just lull me to sleep in no time. I'll be sitting at the computer, I'm like, my wife walked in one day and I'm sitting here and I'm like this. She thought I was dead. um, does yoga help bring your mind to another plane? I haven't done yoga since high school, and I don't want to think how little fun I would have to get back into the habit of it because it would be very, very unpleasant. Um, and lastly, for the questions of episode 361, what do you think we look out from an individual body and why do you think we look out from an individual body and point of view? Um, because that's just the way it is. I guess I didn't really question that one. And all of my existential musings, I never have pondered that particular question before. I don't know if I need to answer that why. I'm not a moral philosopher like Chidi, so maybe that's something I've just never pondered and don't need to know. Maybe I will ponder it now. Why do you think from one point of view? Mm-hmm. Good question, that one. I'll have to ponder that, which isn't a great get to know you question, but it may just be a good question in general to keep your mind thinking about something. So thank you for being here for episode 361 of the 4,000 Question Challenge. I hope that you will be here for episode 362.